Tea Wednesdays. I got people distracting me here tonight. It's the producer who doesn't seem to want to sit down. But anyway, I'm here. It's your girl. It's 8 o'clock. You know what time it is. Tell your friends, tell your family that your girl is on. It's Wednesday. Of course, it's hump day. We got to get over it together, right? We definitely got to get it over together, okay? All right, so you know what it is. Get your favorite drink, get your coffee, get your tea, cuddle up. Tonight we're going to be talking about relationship, deal breakers and goals. What are yours? What are your deal breakers in your relationship? And I know what you're probably saying. Man, it's if he cheats on me. Nah, let's get a little bit more deeper into that because it's more to than just cheating on somebody, okay? So while we're waiting, get your drink. I got mine. I got a little peach, something up in this piece. Okay, and while we're at it, how was your day? How was your day? My day was, let me tell you something. Hey Corey, how you doing? My day today was long and boring and very tiring, okay? So how was your day? Jump into my comments. Let me know, okay? And then we're going to get into the tea, okay? I'm going to be in and out like a thief in the night, all right? I'm not going to sit here and hit you with an hour show. Maybe 30 minutes, maybe 20. I might be in and out. I might say what I got to say. And then I'm out this piece. You know what I'm saying? So here, cheers to you on Wednesday. Let's take a sip, shall we? Of course. Peachy deliciousness, okay? So while we're sitting there waiting, let's talk about these relationships, all right? Let's talk about relationships and deal breakers and what are some of your deal breakers. So if you know what your deal breakers are, jump into my comments. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear what they are. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about relationships. So you meet somebody, okay? You like her, he likes you, y'all get together, you know what I'm saying? Y'all forming a friendship, you're forming a relationship. You know, you think you want to, do a little something with her. She want to do a little something with you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. The S word, the F word, whatever you want to call it, however y'all do it. You know what I'm saying? And so at that point, I think it would be a great idea to sit down and be like, yo, before I have sex with this man or sex with this woman, or even enter a relationship with this man or this woman, what are some of my deal breakers? And I know a lot of people will say, Minda, Renee, my deal breakers are, for a woman, even for a man, if he cheats on me or if she cheat on me, I'm out. Some women say, oh, if he hit me, I'm out. Some women would say, oh, girl, if I have to take care of him, I'm out. Okay? And vice versa. Men will say, oh, if she cheat on me with my friend or my best friend, I'm out. Or, if she doesn't, take care of me or whatever the case may be, I'm out. But actually, when we talk about deal breakers, I'm talking about on a deeper level, okay? Because all that is given. Cheating on people is a given, okay? Now, I know a lot of couples. Bless their heart, okay? Because it couldn't be me. I know a lot of people that will break up because they man or they woman cheated on them and then they got back together. And did it get better? Probably not, because what happens is after you cheat on somebody, the trust isn't there. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about who's on your phone. Let me see your phone. Where you going? Where you at? What time why you ain't answer your phone? Where were you? Oh, how come you can't say I love you in front of your boys if you really with your boys? Oh, you was really with your girls? You know what I'm saying? So that cheating thing is a whole nother level. How I feel about cheating is, you cheat on me, I'm out. That's one of my deal breakers. You cheat on me, I'm out. Okay, I done had too many experiences in life to be sitting here and explaining to you how to keep your penis in your pants and how not to go and cheat on me. If I'm not what you need at home, then leave. It's okay. Somebody else will come and scoop up the trash. I'm just saying, okay? One man's trash is another man's treasure. So remember that. It goes both ways, both men and women. But that's one of my deal breakers, okay? That is a deep-rooted deal breaker, okay, for me, all right? What is your deal breaker, okay? And I'm talking deep. Now, I'm not talking about this surface level deal breaker like, if he ain't got no money, we're not going to be together, okay? Because let me tell you something. When we talk about deal breakers, we talking about deep-rooted down, deep-rooted, non-superficial deal breakers, okay? Because remember, in relationships, life happens, okay? So when in your relationship, okay, you might be with this person for 5 years. You might be with this person for 10, 15, 20 years, 7 years. And guess what? They might lose their job, might not have no money. So that superficial, oh, that's my deal breaker. If they ain't got no money, I'm out. That has to go out the window because that's superficial. Because you got to remember, in any relationship, life happens. Okay, your mate might have a mother or a father pass away, and it might affect them deeply. You know what I'm saying? And they might go back crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that you can't be like, oh, well, that girl crazy or that dude crazy. That's my deal breaker. I'm out. Because you got to remember, life happens. As you grow together, you got to remember that as a relationship. Blossoms, so does life. Life continues to happen. You know what I'm saying? So you just can't be like, yo, she get fat, I'm done with the deal. I'm out. That's a superficial deal breaker, and that's just something that a lot of people nowadays. That's what they doing. The superficial. It happened. Oh, okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened. The whole thing just went off. All right. Oh, Corey said lack of true communication. Facts, Corey. Lack of true communication. You know what I'm saying? True. And when we talk about true communication, we talk about no lies. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a baby daddy and your baby daddy calls you and he's on your phone and talk about, yo, we should have got back together. Yo, I don't know why you with that dude. Why that dude raising my kids? Let me tell you something. When you get off the phone, that phone conversation should be immediately had with your other half, with your boyfriend, with your spouse. And that conversation should be like, yo, boo, I just want to let you know that my baby daddy called me today. And he was talking some ill craziness. And this is what he said. Beat him to the punch. And vice versa. Men, if your baby mama call you, talk about, I want to be back with you and whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with your mate. And let me tell you something. Men and women on opposite ends, you got to be mature to handle that conversation. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be mature to handle that conversation. Okay? And if you're not ready to handle that conversation, maybe you should not be in that relationship. How about that? Okay? How about that? I'm going to drink to that because that was some good tea right there. All right. Larry, I'm glad you totally agree. I agree as well. We're going to drink on that. We're going to sip on this. Okay? So, you got to be ready to receive what's being given. Okay. A lot of people say, oh, Minda, you think you're the relationship expert. Let me tell you something, baby. I am the relationship expert. Okay. You don't understand how many relationship issues I done went through, child. Okay. And I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that can relate. So jump into my comments. Okay. Because I like to have a good conversation with my peeps. You understand what I'm saying? But we talk about deal breakers, okay? We talk about long-term deal breakers. What are your long-term deal breakers, okay? Number one of my deal breakers is, hey, if you hit me, I'm out. I don't care if we married 5 years, 2 months, 3 seconds, 18 years, 20 years. You raise your hand to me. Guess what, bro? We're not working it out. We're not going to counseling. I'm moving or you moving and we're going to move on. Okay. That's the deal. We're talking deep rooted deal breakers. Okay. All right. Another deal breaker. All right. Let's talk about, hey, you should have a pen and a paper. Like, yo, what are my deal breakers? And you should be actually taking inventory of yourself and what you will accept versus what you will not accept. Deal breakers. Okay. All right. Another deal breaker. All right. You cheat on me. I don't care if we 3 years, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, we out. I'm out. I don't have time for that, okay? Because I don't know if y'all know, the older you get, the less BS you tolerate. You understand what I'm saying? And if you're raised correctly, your parents should have taught you how to have more self-esteem and more confidence in yourself in order not to deal with the BS. Okay, that goes for men and both women. Okay, listen, I'm equal. I'm equal. I'm equal on both sides of the fence, okay? All right? So cheating, no, we're not going to counseling. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to know that it was just one time. I don't want to know, I was drunk. I was high. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Because guess what? Evidently, you didn't think about the ramifications that was going to happen when you cheated. Okay? Somebody need to pass this along to somebody's friend, because I'm trying to tell you right now, somebody's in this boat, okay? So you should have thought about that before you decided to lay down and have a little roll in the hay, okay? So guess what? That's a deal breaker, okay? That's just a deal breaker, okay? Abusing my children, abusing kids, that has to be a deal breaker. These are deep-rooted deal breakers, okay? Like, these are reasons why you should leave a relationship, okay? I'm not talking about, he don't look good, or he got fat, or she got fat. Because listen, life happens. Women have kids, okay? And and y'all dudes will be out there, let's have like 5 kids, let's have 3 kids. And let me tell you something, after kid 1, kid 2, they bounce back. After kid 3, 4, it's getting hard to kind of bounce back, okay? And then they get older. So remember that, okay? So let's not do superficial deal breakers, okay? Listening to your homeboys and your homegirls talking about some girl. Your man is so flawed. Your man, you know what I'm saying? Like, because we like to run our mouth and we like to be like, he don't buy me flowers. And he don't do this for me. And girl, he don't do that for me. But then they be like, girl, you should leave him. Or girl, you know what? You could do bad by yourself. You could find somebody better. Are those deal breakers though? Because he doesn't buy you flowers? Are those deal breakers because he doesn't come to your job and take you out to lunch every day? Is that a deal breaker? Because he could be a real hardworking man, or she could be a real hardworking woman that helps provide for you in the household and your children, or just for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Larry says, putting non-important things or people ahead of guys' plans or time together. Facts, Corey, facts. You understand? Look, good conversation. We having it. Come on, jump into it, Corey. Jump into it. Come on. What are your deal breakers, Corey? So are those real true deal breakers? You're sitting there listening to your homegirls or your homeboys tell you the reasons why you shouldn't be with that person. But deep down, they could be hardworking, very faithful to you, dedicated, you know what I'm saying? And a good provider, both man or woman. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to sit here and listen to your homeboys and your homegirls talk about, girl, if that was me, I couldn't be with no man that don't give me no flowers, or dudes, I can't be with no girl that don't give me no head, or I don't, stuff like that. Are those real true deal breakers? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody at the end of the day just want to be loved, right? They just want to have a great relationship, right? So they just want people someone to do things with and love on and watch movies with, and you know what I'm saying? Have great sex. Listen, in a perfect world, if everything was so great, no one would be we wouldn't be having divorces. We wouldn't have kids out here with no fathers or no mothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody would just be married and everything would be so hunky-dory. But that's not the situation. So you got to know that in life, things happen. You know what I'm saying? But through it all, as you navigate through your relationship, what are your deal breakers? And you need to stick to your deal breakers, okay? And I'm talking deep-rooted deal breakers, okay? Like I told you, not none of this, he ain't got no money. Girl, he drive a beater, or she drive a beater, or, she got 10 kids, or she got 3 kids, or she got 2 kids, whatever the case may be. If you're a man and you want kids of your own, and you feel like you don't want to deal with the drama of a girl with a baby daddy, and listen, some women don't have baby daddy drama, okay? All right, let's jump on that for a minute, okay? Let's talk about this real quick, okay? Because this is in my spirit, honey. It's in my spirit to talk about it. So let's talk about women and their baby daddies, okay? And men and their baby mamas. Let's talk about it real quick, okay? All right, so when you break up with your ex, true indeed, you have a child together, okay? Okay, I don't care if your child is 1, 2, 10, 12, whatever, okay? You have a child together, okay? Y'all not together. Y'all just not together, okay? That's just what it is. You're not together, okay? She dating him, you dating her, whatever, okay? But y'all still have this child together, okay? Now she act crazy and be like, oh, you can't see the baby because you dating some hoe. You can't see the baby because you're dating a hoe or some girl or whoever because she don't approve of the girl. But guess what, sis? That's not your place. That's not your place to say you can't date her or you can't see the child because you're dating some girl. Because let me tell you something. If you was trying to make it work, you wouldn't have this problem. And vice versa for men. If you got a baby mama that's crazy, you know what I'm saying? And y'all arguing because, you know what I'm saying? Because she's like, oh, you're with that dude. Oh, you got that dude watching my kid. Well, bro, if you didn't do the things that you did, maybe you wouldn't be in the situation that you are in today. Let's just sit and marinate on that. So women, if you didn't do what you did, and if he didn't do what he did, maybe y'all could still be together or break up, you know, responsibly and say, you know what, we're not meant to be together, but we're going to co-parent for the kid and have a great relationship for that child. Okay? Because all this back and forth about, oh, you can't see my baby because of her, or you can't see my son because of him, or, bruh, dead it. That, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what happens? Now that carries on to your relationship, your new relationship. And that lady or that man that you're with, that might be a deal breaker for them. You know why? Because guess what? They're not just going to deal with you for a year and your children and him or her. They're going to deal with you, the child, and him or her for the rest of their life. For 18 years, for as long as they're going to be with you. So that might be somebody's deep-rooted deal breaker. So I say this to say that. I say that to say this. When y'all break up amicably. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, yo, listen, hey, you got to look at it like this, women. You don't want no other woman raising your kid, but what you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Do you want the dad in his life or do you not want the dad in his life? And vice versa. Men, you don't want no other dude raising your kid, but do you want to be in your child's life or do you not want to be in your child's life? Because at the end of the day, the only thing y'all hurting is your kid. And right there, that's a whole deal breaker for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all, but that's a whole deal breaker for me. You know what I'm saying? I have no baby daddy drama, never had it, never wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if we gonna co-parent, let's co-parent. If we not, you go about your way. You have a nice day. Don't say anything about what I'm doing, and I won't say anything about what you're doing. And I'll see you I see you at the crossroads, whenever I see you. You know what I'm saying? But deal breakers. What are your deal breakers? Like, really sit and think about that, right? Sit and think about that. You might sit there and say, oh, I ain't gonna date no man that has a disability, right? Okay, all right, that's cool. That's what, if that's your choice, I get it. I'm okay, that's cool. But guess what? When you're dating that person, maybe something happened to that person, okay? Whether they had it, why they did it to themselves or just happened. Life happens. What if your partner is disabled? Now what are you going to do? Now what are you going to do? You're just going to give up and be like, oh, well, be deuces. You're disabled. I'm not going to be with you. That's one of my deal breakers. No. Life happens. Like, whatever happened to, for better or for worse? You know what I'm saying? For thickness and in health. You know what I'm saying? To death do apart. If you're married, okay? If you're married. And if you're trying to go down that road to be married. Now, if you're just out here being a player, play on, player. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hating the game. I'm not hating the player. You know what I'm saying? Just play on, player. But just know that karma, what goes around, comes around. You understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So Larry said, deal breaker to secretive about little things. Yeah, I get it. Like being secret about the little things, because you know what? That leads to mistrust. So if you can't tell me about the little things like phone conversations with your baby daddy, if you can't tell me about phone conversations with your baby mama, if you can't tell me that, hey, I had coffee with whoever, or just little tiny things like, yo, I took $20 out your wallet. True. You know what I'm saying? You're being too secretive. So if you lying about the little things, what bigger things are you hiding? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what are the bigger things that you hiding? You know? Oh, I gotta take a sip, honey, because this is good. I'm feeling myself. Okay, I'm feeling myself. Oh, yes, honey. Oh, so good. Peach on a Wednesday. You better know it, honey. You better know it, okay? Deal breakers. What are your deal breakers? Like, really, tonight or when you have some time, what I suggest you do is just meditate. Go into a closet, a clean one, all right? Something that smells fresh, or in the bathroom, whatever. Spend an hour and just really sit and reflect on your life. And just be like, yo, what are my deal breakers? What makes me happy in my relationship? Because if that person isn't hitting on your deal breakers, why is there an issue in your relationship? Okay, all right. So I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna shoot an example because I'm gonna be the example. Okay, so the example is gonna be me. My deal breakers are: if you hit me, I'm out. If you cheat on me, I'm out. If you touch one of my kids, I'm out. Okay. Other than that, that's it. That's it. I got 3 major deal breakers. That's it. That's it. That's all I got, right? Everything else is fluff. Okay? Oh, you ain't got a lot of money. Oh, you're not working. Let me tell you something. All that can be dealt with. All that can be handled. Okay? Why are you going to miss out on having a relationship with a good person that's probably really good to you if they're not hitting your deal breakers? I'm confused. Like I hear a lot of people come to me and be like, oh, Minda, you know what? You got a great relationship. You know, y'all been married for 17 years. You're good business partners. You know, you're good parents. You raise your kids great. You know what I'm saying? But it's work. You got to put in the work. You understand what I'm saying? You got to learn how to put in the work. And if you're not willing to put in the work, honey, you might as well be single. Because I don't care, baby, whether you single or you married. It is work. It's work. Every day it's work. It's work to bite your tongue. It's work to know which battle to choose or to choose a battle at all. You understand what I'm saying? It's tough. It's tough being a wife. It's tough being a husband. You know what I'm saying? You know, she has expectations. Oh, you're not the man that I thought you was. And he's like, oh, you're not the woman that I thought you was. But what was the expectation when y'all first got into your relationship? Did y'all talk about that? You know what I'm saying? Did you talk about, hey, I like my woman to be skinny for the rest of her life? You know what I'm saying? And then if you've seen your girlfriend or your wife gaining weight, why don't you say, hey, babe, let's go work out into the gym together. You know what I'm saying? Let's spice it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get a little sexy with it. Hey, you ain't even got to go to the gym. You could be right here in the house. Put on the tape. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, babe, let's work out together. I'm going to motivate you. I'm going to push you. And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? If people aren't hitting these deal breakers, why are you so willing to give up a good relationship? I am so uber confused. I'm uber confused. Honey, you can work with people not having money. You can work through people not having a job. You can work through people being disabled. You can work through a lot of things as long as they are not touching your deep-rooted deal breakers. The problem is that too many people have their homeboy or their homegirl right here in their ear. Girl, could be me. Could be me if he ain't had no job. Could be me if he ain't had no money. Couldn't be me. But you know what? While you couldn't be me, you single. While it couldn't be me, you ain't got no ring on your finger. Okay? Or it couldn't be me, but you've been divorced once, twice, 3 times. Look at the source of where you're getting your information. Look at the source from where your help or your advice is coming from. Look at the source, okay? Because what you're going to do, you're going to end up missing out on a really great relationship, okay? Whew! Baby, work. It's work. It's work. It's work. So remember that. So tonight, what I want y'all to do is write down your deal breakers, right? Write down your deal breakers. And then you know what? DM me. Hit me in my inbox. You know what I'm saying? Post them under this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Post them and say, you know what? These are my deal breakers, you know? And then you know what? Have a conversation with your partner. Because guess what? If your partner doesn't know what your deal breakers are, how are they supposed to know what not to do? You gotta help them be the map. Okay, in order to figure out who you are, you have to be the map for them to travel to figure out how to get to you, how to get to know you. You got to be that map. So I'm not going to know, for instance, that Corey doesn't like me to lie about secret little things. He don't want me to keep anything a secret. So if he never tells me if that's his deal breaker, how am I supposed to know? So I could better myself too, so I could better my relationship. It's all about being a better person and having a better relationship. That's what it is, right? Because I hear a lot of people talk about, oh, you know, me and my husband, we going through it, girl. I'm like, why are you going through it? What happened? Oh, girl, he lied, blah, blah, blah. So I say, okay, is that one of your deal breakers? No, but I'm just saying, I don't like the fact that he lied. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's valid. That's valid. So you have a conversation about it. But you don't have to make a big deal about it because guess what? It's not one of your deal breakers. Like y'all making these issues way more than what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna kill yourself stressing over your partner about what they doing, what they saying, what they not saying, what they doing, what they not doing, who should they be doing it with, how they should be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Communication, effective communication. Get it into your relationship, honey. That should be, listen, trust, communication, and actually should be like faithfulness, trust, and communication. Those are the top three right there. And if you ain't got that in your relationship, baby, you might as well deuce it out and say goodbye. Because if you ain't never had it, you ain't never gonna get it. Okay? I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to help somebody tonight, okay? I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help somebody. All right? I'm gonna take a sip because it's good. This tea is good. All right. Corey said building each other up to becoming a team. That's right, Corey. That's right. All right. I think I addressed this on one of my podcasts. I don't know which podcast it was, but you know what? I had said sometimes, and support. Absolutely. And support. Sometimes you might enter a relationship with everything and your mate might not have nothing. They might have a dream. Okay. So at that point, you need to say, am I willing to enter into this relationship knowing that this person has nothing and I have everything, right? So if you choose to enter into that relationship where that person has nothing, right? Then it's your responsibility to make sure that you push them. I ain't say do it for them, but to push them, okay? Push them to meet their dreams and their goals, right? So once you have pushed them to reach their dreams and goals and you have supported them faithfully and wholeheartedly and honestly, guess what? Now they're succeeding. Now they're thriving. Now guess what? Now your relationship is to another higher level. You understand what I'm saying? A higher level that you didn't even anticipate. But if you continue to listen to your boys or your girls and even your family members, because they are number one. They are the number one root. Oh, girl. Oh, man. Oh, girl. Oh, man. Oh, girl. Oh, man. You in my ear. But how many of y'all been married for 17 years? How long have y'all been married for? Are you married? Are you in a relationship? Are you engaged? Like what was your longest relationship? This is the things that I want to know when you're in my ear, not me personally, but I'm just saying these are the things that when people are in your ear, these are things that you want to know. I don't care if it's your mother, your brother, your father, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your cousin. Look at the source. Be like, sis, were you ever married? No? Then you cannot give me advice. Why take advice from people that have never been in the shoes that you're in? Or if they were in your shoes, they weren't successful at it, okay? Me personally, you know what I like to do? I like to listen to the older couples, okay? And I know, y'all gonna say, man, that's so cliche. But listen, I like to listen to the older couples and get advice, okay? I like to listen to them and hear them say, girl, we've been married for 30 years. You don't hear that no more. You don't hear that no more because people dropping like fly. Girl, he ain't had this. Girl, she ain't do this. Boy, she ain't that. The baby daddy, the baby mama. She ain't had no money. She got fat. She lost a job. She got crippled. She got heart, whatever, right? Larry says, you may be their missing piece to greatness. Remember, it's God's plans. He don't make no mistakes. Only we do. Come on. You better preach it, Corey. You better come on. You better come on and say it, Corey. We're getting into it today, Corey. I love it, Corey. I love it. Yes, sir. Right? And I like to listen to the older couples because guess what? They have wisdom. They have wisdom. They done been through it. They might not have been through the same exact situation that I'm going through, but they can tell you, baby, every day is not a battle. Baby, every day is not a fight. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. You understand what I'm saying? And it all goes back to your deal breakers, okay? So if my husband is not cheating on me, hitting on me, and doing stuff to my kids, everything else can be worked out. You understand what I'm saying? Everything can be worked out. That's why you don't tell people your business, okay? Because people are in your ear, especially your family, because your family's biased because they love you, right? So they don't understand, they don't understand. Like you could just be venting, like, for example, oh, girl, mom, how's your husband? Oh, girl, he just working my doggone nerve today. Oh, really? Why is he working your nerve? You know what I'm saying? Like she just fishing for something. And then you got to stop and be like, let me shut up. Let me be quiet. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to remember, you got to back it up and say, mom, he's just working my nerve because he's a man. He's just being a man. Okay, he's just being a man. Okay, and I'm sure he says the same thing about me or whatever. But you cannot tell your parents or your family your business because they take sides. They will be biased. They will stick to you and be like, you know what, Minda, you should leave him. Oh, girl, you could do better. Can I? Because I probably could, but do I want to go back and start all over again? All right, with a new set of deal breakers. Okay, because now this guy might come with, oh, now instead of hitting me, cheating on me, and doing something to my kids is always a deal breaker. But now I have to add a couple more, like don't be a thief, because you got to know your personality. You got to know who you're dealing with. You got to know who you're messing with. You got to know who you're sleeping with. How about that? You got to know who you're having kids with. Okay. Period, Pooh. Period. So, at the end of the night, I want this to help somebody out there. You know what I'm saying? Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I wouldn't be on here speaking truth or knowledge if it didn't work, if it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Sin, definitely take sides, sissy, but it's all out of love. Absolutely. But let me tell you something. Me and my sister Cindy, and this is 1,000. Let me tell you something. She can talk to me about her issues, and I can talk to her about my issues. But the difference is, I don't take no sides. I'm always, let me back that up. I will always take my sister's side, but I never hold any grudge against anybody who she got an issue with. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know that people go through relationship issues. I know that, sometimes you want to take your husband or your wife and drop them off at the lake. I know that sometimes you want to take your husband or your wife and just be like, I'm out. I ain't never coming back. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take any side. I like to hear it and be like, girl, I hear you, child. I hear you. But I would never, ever, ever. And let me take, maybe this is because I'm a little older, a little wiser, honey. Okay. But I would never, ever, ever be like, ooh, my sister done said XYZ, which she hasn't, but XYZ about her husband. And then I go to her husband and be like, period. Nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's her relationship and I get it. I get that relationships happen. I get that issues happen, but it all depends on what the issue is and what your deal breakers are. For instance, okay, you're married. You in a relationship. I don't care if you're married or not. Okay, your husband say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna divorce your ass. You out? I'm out. I'm out. You done cheated on me. I'm out. Okay, because that's maybe one of his deal breakers, honey. Okay, all right. He done cursed your kids out. He done kicked you out. Okay. He done divorced you. And now y'all back together. Right. Exactly. Okay. So now the cycle is going to happen over and over again because no one's sticking to their deal breakers. No one's saying, you know what? At the end of the day, I don't have to keep going through this vicious cycle. I can just let you go and I'll hurt for a while and I'll heal. But guess what? I'm going to find somebody out there that's going to love me for me. You know why? Because I'm going to stick to my deal breakers, whatever my deal breakers are. Stick to them And then everything else, like I told you, is fluff. It can be worked out. It can be talked out. It could be, hey, you know what? You can ignore it. You know what I'm saying? If it, because like I said, every relationship isn't perfect. But as long as they're not hitting your deal breakers, that's the key. That's the key right there. Okay, that's the key to happiness. Period. Okay, and stop telling people your business. Just stop telling people your business. Actually, if you want to tell people your business, make sure it's people that's going to be, hey, you know what? I get it. You want me to help you drive him off to the lake, but girl, I still love you and I still love him. That's the kind of support that somebody needs when they're going through stuff like that. Cindy says, yes, that's the truth that you're speaking right now, Sissy. Deal breakers make sense. Absolutely. Stick to your deal breakers and don't go back. Don't be like, oh, if you cheat on me, I'm out. And then he cheat on you and then you're not out. You're not out. You know what I'm saying? You got to be out. You got to go. I don't care how much it hurts you. You know why? Because you're going to be better for it. Those are your morals. Those are the things that are inside your little soul telling you, hey, if you stick to this, you won't be okay. If you keep dilly-dallying and saying, oh, he cheated on me, we're going to be back together. We're going to break up, then go back together. Oh, he cheats on me again. Oh, then we're going to be back together. We're going to break up and go back. Then he's going to cheat on me again because it's just going to be a vicious cycle. And guess what? Now what? You know what this happened? You know what happens then? That makes that man or that woman toxic for the next man or the next woman. And guess what happens? The next man or the next woman has to deal with that toxicity. Don't nobody want to deal with that. Don't nobody want to deal with that. Everybody want to be loved. Everyone want to have a relationship and be happy in it, honey. Okay? So deal breakers. Stick to your deal breakers. Okay? Don't let nobody in your ear. So like I said, if your deal breaker is, hey, I don't want a man that smoke weed or do drugs. Okay, then that's you. That's your deal breaker. So if you have a man that smoke weed and deal drugs, don't be with him. Okay? Let me tell you something. Well, that's not one of my deal breakers. Anyway, I'm not going to share that with y'all. That's too personal. Maybe one night we'll do a personal one-on-one with Minnie Renee, okay? I'll give you my little backstory where I came from, honey, okay? Don't let the light skin fool you, baby, okay? Parts, because honey, the facts are speaking true, okay? But so homework tonight for you guys, all right? When you get time, okay? First of all, when you get time, what I want y'all to do is I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? And hit the subscribe and the notification button. So when I'm on, you can be like, oh, Minnie Renee's on, and I'm going to share that with my friends and my family. Of course you are, okay? 2, you're going to like my Facebook page. That's what you're going to do, okay? Because you know what? I'm here for the people because I love the people, okay? 3, you're going to follow me on Instagram, Ratchet Tea Podcast. And you're going to follow me on all platforms. You know why? Because it's your girl. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just giving you life. I'm trying to help you navigate through this thing called life. Cindy says, love you, sissy. You are too funny and so awesome. Thank you, sis. I love you more. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you're going to do. And then finally, what you're going to do is you're going to go and sit down in a quiet place. I don't care if it's in your car. I don't care if you're at work. I don't care if you're in the library. I don't care if you're sitting on the toilet taking a crap. I don't care if you're in the bed, just with the lights off. Think about your deal breakers. Okay? I promise you, this will help you navigate through your relationship a lot better. Okay? Think about your true deal breakers. Okay? So whatever they are, if they're 3, 10, 20, 1, 4, whatever that is, whatever your deal breakers are, think about them. Get them embedded into your heart. Okay? After you come up with your deal breakers, find time to sit down with your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife. Have dinner. Actually, make it a dinner night. Okay? Treat them out. Treat her out. Treat him out. Make it a dinner night. And let them know. Say, hey, boo, you know what? I'm trying to become a better me so we can become a better us. Okay? And I'm on this journey to better myself. Okay? Both mentally and physically and spiritually. Okay? And what I want to talk to you tonight about is I want to talk to you about how I feel and how I feel about our relationship. You know? And you ain't got to be like, bitch, if you do this, that, you ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that. But you could just sit down and say, listen, this is how I feel. I want to let you know how I feel. You know, I've been soul searching. And you know what? I've been thinking about like deal breakers. Like, what are your deal breakers? Ask her, or ask him. What are your deal breakers? Do you have deal breakers in this relationship? Like, if I was to clobber you upside the head with a coffee mug right now, would you still be with me? And listen to the response. Or let him or her say, you know what? What are deal breakers? You know? And explain to them, deal breakers are the absolute positive, ain't no coming back. We ain't going to counseling. We ain't going to cohabitate. I'm out. You out, I'm out. Okay? And really sit down and have this conversation with them and have them express and listen. Don't overtalk them. Just listen. Listen to what they say. And then you come in and then you say, you know what? I want to share my deal breakers with you. You know why? Why is that important? So you know what boundaries not to overstep. You know what line not to overstep. You know that everything else that happens in your relationship, as long as it's not touching them deal breakers, baby, it's nothing. It's water under the bridge. It's water off the back of your, rolling off your back. Okay? That's it. That's it. That's it. And then let me know how it went. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Hit me in the DMs and say, yo, Minda Renee, yo, that was dope. It worked or it didn't work or it was horrible or it didn't go good. Man, that opened up new avenues for me and my spouse to talk more. Let me tell you something. It's about finding your inner self. It's all about finding your inner peace. Finding them deal breakers, baby. Because let me tell you something. In life, you cannot stop somebody from getting unemployed. You cannot stop somebody from getting fat. You cannot stop somebody from dying. You cannot stop somebody from getting disabled. You cannot. You can't. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. People change. Life goes on. You know what I'm saying? So instead of being so spiteful, you know what I'm saying, and hateful and so shallow, let's get into some meat and potatoes. Let's have some long-lasting relationships. Okay? Okay? Yes, honey, that was it. So, honey, I hope you liked the show. Hopefully you will share it with your friends and your family, baby. Hopefully you will let them know that Minda Renee is on every Wednesday at 8 o'clock and she's giving you the tea. All right? Oh, Cindy said, how about a little slap to the face to help wake them up? Sometimes, honey. Sometimes you just got to shake them. You just got to shake the hell out of them, okay? You just got to shake the hell out of them. So then you don't got to go to jail, okay? Because I don't want to have to bail nobody out of jail. But I will, because you know I will. Keep the bail money on deck. Remember that, okay? But this is your girl. This is the show. Minda Renee, Ratchet T. I will be on next Wednesday. Please, please, please share with your friends and your family. Sharing is caring. Help boost somebody's relationship. Help somebody's relationship out. Share, like, subscribe on all platforms. And I will see you next Wednesday, 8 o'clock. It's your girl, Minda Renee, with the T. All right. See you then until next Wednesday, 8. I will, Corey. I'll tell everyone hello. Until next Wednesday, 8 o'clock, it's your girl, Minda Renee, and I'm out.